Department, Assistant Chief. I'd like to welcome all our social media folks today to join us for our public safety briefing. I wanted to just identify a few things that our officers have been working on this week and the different things that are really driving our calls for service. So I wanted to start with theft from motor vehicle. Just wanted to let everybody know that in this particular week we've had quite a few theft from vehicles. We've actually had 241 calls for service in the city for theft from vehicle year to date. You can imagine that that is quite a drain on manpower. And what we're really asking folks to do is to try to secure their vehicles by just simply locking the vehicles, and any valuables that they have in the vehicles, please take them out or keep them out of view. What we're finding is folks are actually leaving their vehicles unlocked when a lot of times there's valuables in plain view. So they're really making themselves kind of a target, and a lot of the criminal element, what they'll do is they'll just look for a crime of opportunity. And what they're doing there is they're just simply walking by some of these vehicles, they're trying doors, and they find a door unlocked and there's something laying there, they just simply reach in and take it. And also these type of crimes are also very difficult to solve because there's usually no witnesses to it. And so we're asking for anything folks can do to help us out by securing their vehicles and keeping their valuables out of plain view. It would really help us out a lot and allow us to be more proactive in some of the neighborhoods, getting out, doing some of the things that we'd rather be doing, addressing some more pressing issues for the city. So thank you very much for that, if you could help us. Second issue I'd like to address is that we've been having problems with is breaking and entering into storage units, particularly in the Doverdale area of the city. I'd like to let everyone know that we have had some success in making some arrests in the Doverdale area in reference to an individual that was storing stolen property, breaking into sheds in that area, storing that property, and then selling it on the app LetGo. And if everyone is familiar with the application LetGo, it's similar to eBay where you can list items for sale. And there were folks that were purchasing stolen items, so we'd like to caution folks that if you have a situation looks too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true, and if the price is considerably lower than market value, it's probably a case that you want to avoid. If you're going to actually purchase items through eBay, through LetGo, through another application or whatnot, if we're doing a private sale, we encourage folks to use the e-commerce area, which the city of Salisbury, actually the police department, is an e-commerce area or front lot. Anyone's more than welcome to come into our front lot and conduct that transaction in a safe manner. We have had cases recently through scams and through robberies where folks have thinking it's a normal transaction. It turns out to be a robbery where someone shows up thinking they're going to buy a piece of property or sell a piece of property, and it turns out to be a robbery. So please be aware of that and use caution, and you're more than welcome to use the police department and other areas in the city that are e-commerce areas that are designed for that. So thank you for that. And just wanted to let everybody know, as we're talking about the theft from sheds and whatnot, that the Salisbury Police Department, free of charge, will come to your business, will come to your residence, and we will conduct surveys, a crime survey. We'll look at your property and we'll identify any areas that we think could be shored up as far as preventing criminal activity, such as what we find is extra lighting, interior lighting, exterior lighting, particularly security lights that come on if there's motion detecting lights. If there's shrubbery around the windows, we'd ask you to cut that back. If there's trees that need to be cut back, those are just some suggestions that we can make when we come out there. And some other things, we'll look at your doors, windows, locks, and so forth, and we'll make some suggestions out to cut the likelihood of you getting broken into. And also, if you're going away, if you happen to be going on vacation, if you happen to be going on leave or whatnot, we will actually come out to your house free of charge, and we'll actually do a check of your residence, where an officer will come out, check your doors, check your windows, and check your property, and we'll make sure that it's secure. We'd ask you, if you do that, we always simply ask you as a point of contact that you can leave us to that you can leave with a neighbor. So in case you're away, you can't be reached, the neighbor would be a point of contact for us. So we'll do that free of charge. And you can contact us here at the police department at 410-548-3165, and we can set you up with a survey. And like I said, all those services are free. So another issue that we were addressing this week was dirt bikes. I know we've got numerous calls. I think we had upwards of 30 911 calls in one day pertaining to the reckless driving of dirt bikes, mini bikes on the public streets using unregistered, uninsured vehicles. Just wanted to let everyone know that the Salisbury Police Department has made an arrest, several arrests actually, in a case of involving unregistered dirt bikes. We have seized some dirt bikes, and I just wanted to let everyone know to please continue to call us about activity. This is a problem not only in Salisbury but nationwide, and we are doing the best we can to address that. And I just want to let anyone know that happens to be driving or thinking about driving an unregistered mini bike, dirt bike on the road, you are subject to have your property confiscated, seized, and criminal charges pending. So this is a serious public safety issue, and we're asking for cooperation and from the law-abiding citizens, and a warning to those folks that would actually operate their vehicles in a reckless manner, that they are risking losing the property and facing criminal charges. So we're asking for cooperation there, please. Also want to address, now the school's back in, this past week we are starting to experience in the college housing area, the Cedar Crossing area actually, we are starting to experience some loud disturbances, some loud parties and whatnot. And these type of activities do draw away from police response to other areas of the city. And it is important that we want our college students to be safe, of course. But loud parties, I can tell you the way we handle that is if it's a disturbance, we will issue charges and we will contact the property owner. And I just wanted it to be understood that we do contact the property owner, and those folks that do engage in disturbance in college housing and other areas do risk losing or being evicted from their housing for the year, which could be problematic. So I'd ask for college kids to be cooperative, and please think twice before you engage in those type of activities. So, and lastly, I just want to mention again that we appreciate this past week all the calls that we've gotten from citizens in reference to all sorts of things, namely the dirt bike issue and other criminal activity. It's a great help to us to have the extra eyes and ears out in the public, and we rely on that heavily. And we would just ask that if you do happen to observe something suspicious, something going on that just doesn't look right, please, if you see something, say something. Please call us right away. Don't wait for a day or two. Sometimes folks wait and then they'll call, and it's not real-time information. Having real-time information is critical to the police officers on the street to get to an area as quickly as possible to identify those that would be committing criminal violations, and it's much easier, and we're much more likely to solve a crime if we have that information in real time. So I'd like to thank you for the opportunity today to speak with you, and open up to any questions if there's anything out there. All right, thank you very much.